What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to the Punk Rock Review. This is actually a punk rock review. So, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago, I came across this band called Scooped Up. I talked to their primary songwriter, lyricist, frontman Jimmy Barbetti, and we did the podcast together. Excuse me. I wanted to show you what the stuff is that you can purchase from him. I did buy some of this. He sent me a copy for me to have to do a review. That's what I listened to. That's what I'm going to listen to on my stereo. I did a review of the album. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But I'm going to show you what everything looks like. And then I'll do another little video with my phone where on a separate video where I spread it all out on the table, go over all of it, and then let you see what the record looks like. So there'll be two parts to this, I guess, kind of. I don't know. I don't really know any other way to do it. I want to make sure y'all get the full experience. But this is primarily the review for their album. It took forever to get, a minute in before I got to that point. So they have a new album, came out January, I think like January 4th of this year. It's called The Runs, bro. Anyways, let's look at what the box is. That album's 14 songs, 28 minutes. I think that is a huge, huge plus. By the time that album is over with, you're already wanting to listen to it again, and I think that's a major, major plus. Okay. Yeah, if you're a fan of Dude Ranch era Blink-182, early MXPX, actually MXPX just in general, kind of. Old Sum 41, you're going to want to listen to this record. Oh, yeah. Dude, this is so cool. Man, what a great little pack. Okay. So, you can order this a number of ways. One of the ways that you can order it is you can get this, like, bonus pack deal that they offer. Okay, so it comes with, I think this was brilliant. They did these scooped up baseball cards, and there's some stickers in there. You got the album. Excuse me. There we go. Scooped up shoelaces. One second, my phone's ringing. There might be a thing from my kid's school. Hello? Hello? Okay. I guess it was a telemarketer or something. I don't know. Anyways, sorry about that. But yes, dude, the CD, bro. It comes with the CD and the LP. And wait, does it have the CD and the LP? I can't remember. I think it does. But the disc, I like CDs, so I'm probably going to keep the CD personally. But dude, this is great, man. This looks good, fellas. Again, I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to show everybody what came in this on another video. Just kind of what it looks like. You check it out on the good old turntable there. But I got 3 copies. Ooh. Oh, I guess it does. I think they did mention something about a 11 by 17. Yo, look at this, man. So first and foremost, this is straight up nostalgia. The poster's like magazine size. Really, really great job on the marketing. I really think this band's got a lot going for them, and I know that there's like a niche crowd, but bro, they're so good at what they do. So okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the record. Like I said, it came out January 4th, 2024, 14 songs, 28 minutes. The first thing I wrote down is that this album must have escaped some kind of time capsule left back in 1998 and then found its way to my ears, because it sounds so much like an album from that era. We start off the album with the song Reruns, opens the show with a very 90s Blink riff. It's good though, like super catchy, super, super catchy. When Jimmy starts singing, it's a snotty type vocal sound. It's familiar, but it's also unique at the same time. Okay. The lyrics about being a struggling young person. Great opening track. his vocals very much do sound familiar and unique at the same time. If you help me out here, who does this dude sound like? Because I can't figure it out, but it sounds familiar. And as soon as somebody says it in the comments, I'm gonna go, yeah, that one. Dyslexic is a great track. Very catchy and relatable chorus. The band's influences are very apparent. Some people don't like that. Well, they act like they don't so that they can be edgy. Okay. But I do like it. I love comfort food, and this is exactly the same thing. Give me a new brand of pizza, and I'll be stoked as long as it's made right. This is made right, and this is a great song. Track 3, Slingshot, is a very MXPX type song, and I love it. The guitar tone on this album is pretty great. Memorable hooks and themes we can all understand and relate to. Then you got Fumble, opens up with just the palm muted guitar. Then the hi-hat taps with Jimmy singing about a girl. It's great. When the band jumps in, we get a great Dude Ranch style song you can hear on American Pie soundtrack. This album is super nostalgic, very clearly intentional, and I'm loving this. I'm just reading the notes that I have. We'll get into this, other stuff in a minute. I don't want to make this video 15 minutes long if I can avoid it. The next song's Best Days. Starts off with a simple snare and bass riff, very 90s. Man, this sounds like it could have come out when I was in high school. I wish my buddy Stuart was here. He would love this record. The lyrics are so relatable, hinting at some depression or just frustration, maybe, not quite sure. Trying to not become stagnant. Lyrically is what I'm talking about here. So far, not a skip in sight for me. Shout out to my buddy Stuart, man. I miss him so much. I might have a photo of him. I'm not 100% sure, but it was my boy, man. You know what? I do have a picture of him. It's going to embarrass me, but I'm going to put it up anyways. M80 starts off with a sound bite saying skateboarders can quite frankly go and themselves. I think with a British accent. Anybody know what that's from? Anybody? This is another short, fast pop punk song about a girl who you want to notice you but doesn't. Man, it brings back memories, unfortunately. It's funny because I know there were girls that liked me when I was in high school, and I felt and then they felt the same as I did about a girl that I liked. But none of us had the courage to talk to each other, so nothing got done about it. Dude, there was definitely girls that crushed on me in high school. I never would have known because I was like this gangly, skinny dork kid in high school. I was learning to be a punk rock guy, but I didn't know, I was a terrible student. So part of it was probably that. Shout out to Katie. If you ever see this, you know who you are. Ended up being the girl I was head over heels for. And then when we finally kind of hooked up a little bit, she turned out to be I don't know, kind of shitty. But she was so nice growing up. It was weird, man. These songs put me back in high school straight up, dude. I love this album. Spoiler alert, buddy. The next song is called Joyride. It was the first song that I heard from them, and it's got a music video that you can check out. I think they have 3 music videos, actually. I know they have 2 because I've seen both of them. I can't remember what the other song is, though. I love the melody and the Dude Ranch style guitar playing. This song is very good. Great chorus and riff. I like the snare drum sound quite a bit on this album. The mix is pretty good, too, in my opinion. At this point, I fully love Jimmy's voice, and it fits the music so well. I just can't think of the band it reminds me of. It's still bothering me. The next song is called Foolproof. I said, ooh, here's an MXPX style one. Like the vocal pattern and even the songwriting sound like top tier MXPX. The lyrics are great too. This one is a standout track from the album. They're all pretty good though. Even a little solo towards the end. Yes, that's what I wrote. Then we got Crash Test. Got a little NoFX in this song with the early melody. Nice little guitar lead intro. Perfect skate punk song for a lonely outcast skater kid type dudes. Themes of adolescence and heartache run through this whole entire album. At my age, I wouldn't normally like this stuff, but it's so familiar and nostalgic that I absolutely love it. When I said stuff, I mean topically. I wouldn't, because I'm happily married with kids, but this stuff is so, it just reminds me of the good old days, if you will. Next song's called Shoelace. Came with a shoelace. I thought was kind of cool. Man, if you like early Blink-182 and miss it, please buy this album. It fills a hole left by all my favorite slick pop punk bands turning into emo bands. I stand behind that. All the bands I liked in the 90s and early 2000s that were this kind of music turned into emo bands later on, and it just whatever, man, you grow and you change. So cool. But I need something to fill that hole. This is the filler. Jimmy fills holes, all right? That's just what happens. Next song, Slackers, pretty self-explanatory. There are themes that make me feel like this is therapy for the band. Like they work through their shit by making songs. Then we hear them and then we relate to those songs, especially if you're a young person. This album should be blowing up in the younger circles of pop punk fans. Seriously, if I were 17 and had this, I would have listened to it every single day. I'm telling you, this is all I think about when I'm listening to this. And it's a good thing, dude. Like, I personally need some stuff like this to feel young again, too. And then people that are young, the 90s are back in a big way, dude. Like, so I think this album could catch fire one of these days. I want to be on record saying I was one of the first channels to like really pump this album out there to you guys. The next song is called Skip Day. I mean, like, okay, when I read the title of this, I was like, okay, maybe I'm a little too old to be listening to this, but age is only a number, man. I'm young at heart. The bass drum really pops in this one. I can't wait to see where these guys go in like 2 or 3 albums. And I don't mean I hope they change. No, not at all. Just as musicians, I'm wondering what kind of growth as guitar, bass players, and a drummer that we'll see. Now, because I don't love this, I obviously do. I can see where this is headed, and it makes me so stoked. I'm loving this record. The next song is the second to last song. It's called Bummer. It's the obligatory unplugged song. Summer love song could have been in Greece. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt about it. And then the last song is called Lightheaded. It's a great closer for an album like this. I do, however, wish that it was a little bit bigger, maybe. I don't really know what I mean there. I just know I mean, I don't know how to say what I mean, really. But I think it should have been a little bigger. This video is going to be 15 minutes. Good grief. But I think I will have this one in rotation all year long, to be honest. This album is extremely solid, especially for daydreaming, reliving your younger years. There are very few things I can nitpick about this record. It's kind of like you either like this type of music or you don't, because if you do, it doesn't get a lot better than this. So yeah, that's the 14 songs in half the time. So go listen to this record, man. I think it's very good. I like the recording quality, the production, the songwriting, the lyrics. It's all it very much is a time capsule record. If you like the stuff of the 90s, you like American Pie soundtracks, if you like the Warped Tour, if you like to go to the mall and skateboard and meet girls, this isn't a street punk record. This is a pop punk record. It is pop punk made by kids or people. I say kids, but whatever. Younger people that listened to and grew up on pop punk. Like, I'd say like the most punk rock their stuff got based on this would be like No Effects, No Use for a Name, that kind of stuff. And that's probably pretty true. I doubt these guys care a whole lot about the exploited, the casualties, maybe a little. And whatever, man. I'm just trying to explain what this is, so don't get all up in my ass about it. This album, I'm going to say, okay. Oh, lyrics, I loved them. I do think there could have been a little bit of diversity in there. I'm a little older now, so I feel like I like to hear stuff. That's why I like oi music so much these days. It's a very adult, genre of music. But I'm going to give the lyrics like an 8.8 out of 10. The songs being 14 songs, 28 minutes, I'm giving that a 10 out of 10. That is a perfect pop punk record for me. The production, I'm going to go like 9 out of 10. I thought it was really, really great. Songwriting, I'm going to go 9.2 out of 10. I thought it was really great. The only nitpicks that I have, the only ones I've got are like maybe a little bit more diversity in the lyrics. And then I would have liked to hear some like shredding or something, and some more complicated drum fills would have been nice. That's it, bro. Like, outside of that, this album is excellent. And if you like this kind of music, you'll like this album. If you don't, you won't. It's very, very simple, easy to figure out. I'm going to go with an overall score of 9.5 out of 10, because the things that I nitpicked about aren't big enough deals for me to not absolutely cherish this record. So I'm going to open these up in a few minutes, wait for another video to pop up. I'll show you everything on the table, what we got. I'll play the record a little bit. I'm not going to let you hear the music because it'll give me copyright claim, but you know what I'm saying? Well, I might play a little bit of it. I'll play a couple of seconds of a song or something so you can hear what it sounds like if you're not familiar with the band. But go check out Scooped Up. Go check them out on Spotify. Bro, dude, go to the Instagram. I'll put links to those two things up in the description, and follow these guys. Check them out. Support this band. This is a completely DIY. I didn't mention that earlier. This is a completely DIY thing. This was done by Jimmy. Like, he did all this. He produced all this stuff. He paid for all of it. I don't know if he did every penny of it, but like the band paid for all of it. And that's not a common thing these days. So Yeah, and if you want to keep supporting DIY punk rock music, my Bandcamp is in the description too. We've got 6 releases, 7 coming out. I got some vinyl that I'm working on right now, and a re-release of a record I put out 20 years ago, which I'll be focusing on that here a little bit later and putting a featured video of that record up on the channel very soon. So yeah, thanks. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that shit. Go check out Scooped Up. All right, go scoop some of this shit up. Boy, peace.